Hello all, this is Payal Goda, verbal faculty for Ielts, TOEFL, PTE, GRE and SAT. I'm first time live on this page of my verbal trainer, and I'm really glad to be in touch with you all this time. I'm into training for a decade now, and I have trained and I have prepared a lot of students for all these tests, and have been this has been a great journey. Alright, today I'm going to speak on Ielts speaking section. I'm not going to explain more about the speaking section, but I'm going to give you tips on the speaking section, like what tips or strategies you can have in your mind so that you can give your best in this speaking test. So as you all know that speaking happens on the other day of the Ielts. Basically Ielts is a 2 days exam. So speaking happens on the other day, which is almost from 11 to 14 minutes of test. Alright. So what tips you must follow in order to give your best in the speaking test or on the speaking day of your exam. So as the test suggests, it's a speaking test. Of course, you need to showcase your speaking abilities, and as much as you can showcase the score you get as per your skills, right? So what do they expect actually? The first thing that you should keep in your mind is that you should be as natural as possible, and you should be relaxed and enjoy your test. This matters a lot. If you are in pressure, you are stressful, you are not going to give your best, and this will definitely affect your score, because that is one thing that they want to see. The ease, the fluency that will come out naturally only. If you are prepared, if you are tensed, you are hesitant to speak English, definitely you are going to goof up. So it's very, very important for you to be relaxed, to be poised and be confident, and that would come only when you are natural. So try to be natural and enjoy your test, because this is actually a very easy test. It's not like an interview wherein you have to showcase your technical aspect, where you have to have a subject knowledge. So this is very simple. They are not asking you to be very much brilliant, intelligent with your answer. They are not expecting you to be technically sound and have great subject knowledge. Rather, they just want you to see how easy it is for you to speak English, how well you can converse, and how effectively you can communicate and express yourself. So that is what is the speaking test all about. So never go for prepared answer, never mug up the answers. Yes, you can practice. Practice is the key. So practice as much as possible and develop your fluency by practicing, because if you just go there straight and you speak, and if you're not a good speaker in your day-to-day life, in your routine, if you're not a speaker, if you do not speak or use English much, then that could be a problem. So first thing is, it's very important that you be natural and you enjoy your speaking day, and just do not have any pressure and stress. Believe me, it's one of the simplest tests that you'll be taking, and you would rather have very much fun. Actually, it would be really nice test. Anytime my student gives a test and then I take a feedback, they always say it was really nice and we enjoyed. It's kind of enjoyment, and it's not that difficult that you feel to. However, if you are a person who feel nervous speaking in front of someone, or so there are people who have fear of speaking in front of someone, so that could be one hindrance that you may come across. In that case, what you can do is you can just practice in front of mirror, or you can ask your friends, your relatives, your trainer or people around you to take many tests with you, to take as many tests possible, so that you develop that fluency, you develop that confidence, and you can get rid of your fear. And there's nothing to be afraid of, because usually you will see the examiners are quite friendly, they are very good, they are supportive, they are very, very nice to you. So you need not worry on that part. It is not as tense as you go for a job interview. So be relaxed, be poised, be in a happy mood, in a positive mood. Another thing that you should do is showcase your speaking ability. So of course it's a language test, so they want to see your language. So what would come in a language? There are two things majorly that would come in a language, and that is the grammar part and the vocab part. So certainly they really want to see how much grammar you know, and what is your vocabulary skills, or what level of vocabulary you possess, right? So it's always nice that you show them good range of grammar and good range of vocabulary. You give them more variety of grammar structures, and you use advanced level of vocabulary if possible. But that does not mean that you use wrong grammar or wrong vocabulary just because you have that in your mind that you must speak and show variety. So whatever you are speaking, it should be accurate. So there are two things they would be seeing in your grammar and in your vocabulary, that is in GRE and lexical resource. That is, one is your range and another is your accuracy. So make sure whatever you are speaking is accurate. Not necessary that you be 100% correct in grammar and vocab, but yes, you cannot make mistake in every sentence and answers of yours. Then you should be careful of what you are listening, the questions that come to you. So be careful, listen to the question carefully. If you do not understand, you can also ask them, you can clarify. There is no harm in that, but always give right answer to the question. Should be the answer. There is no right or wrong answer as such, no, but you should be answering the question. So suppose if the question is asking about your opinion, you are giving people's opinion, and if it's for example asking about people's opinion, you are giving your opinion, then it is certainly a wrong answer. If I ask you, do you like to play cricket? So you would say yes, you would answer it as per your opinion, your like and dislike. But if I say, do people in your country prefer playing cricket, then you would be talking about the people of your country. So you have to be careful while listening the question. You need to understand the question and you need to answer. Again, as I said, you do not need to be intelligent or brilliant in answering, or you need not have subject knowledge or technical knowledge of any question, because they are not checking your GK, they are not checking your subject knowledge, they are not going to ask you technical questions. So you need not worry on that. You just have to speak in English. You have to showcase your language skills. You need to just exhibit whatever communication skills you possess, and in the best possible way, right? So that is what they are checking. They are checking how easy and how confident and how effectively you can communicate. So make sure that you are answering to the question. Of course, the answers must be relevant, they must be on the track, and they must be sensible. So these things you should be really careful of. And another tip that I would always give is, do not have fake accent. They check your pronunciation. Yes, there's a parameter where they see your fluency and pronunciation, and the score is given for that as well, but they do not expect you to have any particular accent. Pronunciation, when it comes, they want to know that whatever you are speaking, that should be understood, right? That should be understood. So if they do not understand any of your sound or pronunciation, then there could be a deduction in the score, but otherwise you do not have to have any fake accent. Be natural, do not mug up and go, because when you prepare answers and go, they come to know, and that would give a negative impact, and they may also change the questions on the spot, right? So it's a very easy test, it's not difficult. Only thing that I understand would require is practicing. You cannot just walk and go there straight, unless and until you are a great speaker and you're using speaking or you're usually speaking in English. Still, I would say that practice is the key, and practice is needed, because you must know the format of the test. You must study well the format, right? So you must know what is part 1 all about, how is part 2, what is part 2 all about, what you must write in your notes, how you must prepare yourself in 1 minute time, then what is part 3 about. So you must study the format, the structure of the test. You must have a proper idea of the test, and you should do a lot of practice, because that will help you a lot in that. And next thing that you can always do is try to have a good smile on your face, because that shows the kind of confidence you have. All right, and give more ideas. Now that is very important. Some people have very limited ideas, though they may have good language, they may have great grammar, they may have vocabulary, but they are not using ideas. They are so much limited in their answers. They use one idea over and again. So it's always nice that you have 2-3 ideas for one question, and you are reasoning out well. You are giving answers at length. You are not giving answers only in yes or no. That is not expected at all. They don't want you to repeat the questions. So do not repeat the questions, please. If it is like, what are your hobbies? My hobbies are. don't do that, because that is kind of repetition. You are just using their words. It's always nice that you rephrase your answer, paraphrase your answer, and give more ideas to them, give more variety in ideas, in grammar, in vocabulary. That's the key. And do not give answer in just yes or no, or in one or two words. Always elaborate your answer, give good reasons, because that will give a good impact on them, that will throw a good impact on them, and they will see you someone who can communicate very well, someone who can express very well, and someone who has great ideas in it. So this is the key. This is what you should do in your speaking day. So read more, you speak more, you listen to videos on YouTube. There are many videos on speaking test. Give speaking, ask someone to take your speaking test. Use vocabulary, read a lot of material so that you can enhance your vocabulary. Try to give a good range of grammar and give more ideas, and be on the track, be relevant to the question, answer the question correctly, elaborate your point, and definitely you will get the score. But one thing you should always be careful of: never ever take stress or pressure of speaking test. That will actually affect your speaking test negatively, and you don't want to lose your score, of course. So be natural, be calm, be poised, be positive, and be confident. And majorly what is important is you should enjoy your speaking test. Enjoy your speaking test, and it will definitely give you a desired outcome. I hope this video and the tips have helped you, and you get the best score possible on your speaking day. All the best. Thank you so much for watching me.